If I was going to make my eBay store and my reselling business fail, I'd do exactly these few steps. Every day, the first thing I'm going to do is jump onto the social media platforms, Facebook, Reddit, all of those, and complain about how slow my sales are, how the algorithm is affecting my sales. Complain about what other people are selling and doing, rather than actually using those minutes to probably list another 1 or 2 items, or a little bit of product research on how to get my title structure right, how to price accordingly, how to research. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that every single morning, or at least once a week, because that's a good way to use your time effectively, I think. I think you know where I'm going with this video now, yeah? Yeah, let's get into it. Right after doing that, I jump on the eBay app and complain to chat, after probably a 5 to 10 minute wait, about the glitches on their platform and how the algorithm isn't helping me out. I'm sure they're not aware of these, I'm sure nobody else is messaging, and I'm sure the tech team that isn't even linked to the chat themselves are not aware of anything that's going on. This should take at least half an hour every day, and it's going to guarantee me success in failing at this eBay game. If I wanted to fail on eBay, I'd definitely do that one. Number 3. I jump online and find a few random courses made by people on social media accounts, YouTube, Instagram, etc., and pay them good money to teach me how to sell things on eBay. And this is after not researching that particular person, their business model, or what they do, because it's guaranteed to help me, isn't it? Well, it's guaranteed to help me fail, so that's what I'm after. What in the fuck?
What's going on, Cobber? Yeah, it's me, the eBay fairy. Not all courses are bad, mate. Not all courses are bad.
Of course, not all of them are bad, but I'm only looking for the bad ones, and, well, when there's no obvious credibility, I'm guaranteed to fail. I would then list a bunch of stuff, really fast, not put too much effort into it, and expect to sell them really quickly, become a millionaire, driving a Lambo to this massive house, all within the space of probably under a week. That'd be my expectation, because being a reseller doesn't take much knowledge or research over long lengths of time. Anyone that I've seen, especially Americans and stuff that have big businesses and have scaled a large business, they didn't spend years and years researching and learning different things and failing along the way just to get that business to where it is. No way. It should happen in about a week. Get rich quick. It's the way reselling works, yeah?
Come on, mate, go easy. The VB factory wasn't built in a day. If you stay consistent and continue to learn and work your ass off, you'll be fine.
You done? Oh. Karen. You know what I'd do then? I'd go directly into my niche, into a flooded market, and undercut everybody so I get the quick sale, regardless of what the return would be. Doing this will cause other nuff-nuffs like myself to do the same thing and see the market that I consistently sell in tank faster than Diana going through a tunnel.
Oh, mate, that's fucking grim.
Get over it, it was years ago. I love small soldiers. Sorry, I'll get back into it. I'd then list my other stuff above everyone else's in price, hoping that I'd get the sale. You know, I'd have to do this purely because of what I paid for the item. I need to get that return back, so I'd definitely go higher than everybody else. I'm going to complain again to everyone I know that I have to go and pack items. I want to go and list stuff, you know, all those little jobs that resellers have to do. I'm going to complain about it daily because that's just going to help me get through it, isn't it? So this one is a bit controversial. I don't really care. Roast me. If I was starting out as a fresh new reseller on eBay, I'd go through my whole house and do a mini thrift and sell things that I no longer use so I can get used to the eBay platform.
But don't other resellers actually say that?
Yeah, but I've realised it's a good way to actually fuck up in your business early days if you really, really want to. It might not even get you into the business that you want. Well, I don't use the items, so unfortunately, it might be some quick cash in my pocket, but I have no longer any attachment to the item. I don't know how to post properly yet, or knowledge of what it's even really worth. Plus, I don't know anything about the fees on eBay just yet. But I'm gonna list all the stuff on there anyway from in my house because I don't want to spend money yet. Surely that's a good way to go tits up. in there. So I won't actually have any money invested into this item because it's essentially free to give a flying rat's dick about what I get for it when it eventually sells. And if I went thrifting, you know, I'd just go into the store, buy absolutely everything and comp it when I get home. Before even researching markets, before I step foot in a store and pay money for something, it'd be just better to buy it all and bring it home and then work it out from there, yeah? I'd find a YouTuber, any YouTuber, you know, eeny, meeny, miny, manny. Can't remember what I was going to say. Find a YouTuber and follow their exact business model to the T. Only one though. It doesn't matter which one, any. Because all YouTubers are the goat bruv. Yeah? Word. That's it. It's obviously a piss take, Coco. I hope you had an enjoyable experience, and this is just my take on some of the mistakes that we can make and some of them that I probably personally have said or done. You know, the thrifting around the house thing is a prime example. I actually have gone kind of against that now. I feel like it just clears some stuff and it's great. You clear clutter, you get some cash back, but you don't really learn a whole lot just from selling a couple of random things around your house. I think that's a crock of shit, because once you get into business, you're probably not going to be getting that stuff all the time. Every single person that I see always picks out video games and a few old toys that they had when they were a kid. The chances of finding those particular items consistently aren't good. I honestly reckon that's bad advice now when I look at it. And I know everybody says it, and I'm going against the grain on that one. But I don't know, it's just a feeling I get. You don't have the money invested yet. You don't really have any financial, you don't really have those financial hits on it. So I really feel like you're just kind of selling off some stuff. And you ask most people, you know, they've probably sold at least one thing on Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree. Like, anyone can sell stuff, simple, but not anyone can learn how to resell. Not anyone can learn how to sell on eBay. It takes a lot of time, and that's what I'm trying to get across here by being a smart ass. It's obvious I'm being a smart ass, yes, but I just see a lot of people on the internet. They do a great job with their videos, don't get me wrong. They do lots of great content, put out good advice, but it also sucks people in to really get keen on this reselling thing, thinking they're going to make money really, really fast. And I've seen a lot of people fail. They've come to me saying they followed such and such, such and such, such and such, got into the reselling game, just not for them, which is fine. It's complete. It's not for everyone. It's not easy. Simple as that. I do it full time. Why do you think there's a lot of people dropping off at the moment? I've noticed so many people dropping out of the full-time game because it's not as easy as it was a couple of years ago. Things have changed, and you've got to keep up with trends and the way things go. And I just consistently see people either getting out of it or people really, really struggling. You know, instead of actually trying to get to the root of the cause, jumping on Marketplace, jumping on Facebook groups to have a bit of a whinge, it doesn't get you anywhere. It just gets other people whinging around you, gets you in a negative mindset, and it's not fun for anyone. When you could spend that time maybe putting a question up that's constructive that people can help you with and talk through it so they explain it to you rather than having a whinge. I think whinging just brings out that typical Facebook negativity, or wherever you are, whatever platform you're on. It's all about keeping a level head and just trying to keep away that negativity. The same goes with that patience thing that I mentioned. So many people, you just expect to get money quick. And when the first few sales come in, you're thinking, fuck, this is all right. I'm making some money here. I'm going to be rich. But once again, it's not that easy because you've still got to source the products. The trends change. Things are changing constantly. And it's great. And it is easy once I say it's easy. It's not easy. Once you get the hang of it, it gets better. But it takes years and years of experience. And I'm still inexperienced in 5-6 years of doing it. There's people out there that have done it for 15 years, and I love hearing the humble ones that say they're forever learning. You're never going to be the expert that you think you might be. And it's good to be humble, good to continue to learn off other people. And it's great that people are on social media, but obviously I wouldn't base my business around someone like myself on YouTube. Well, I probably should base my business around me because it's my... You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm rambling. This video is going to be short. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you've got a problem with this video, and I'll probably give it a heart. At the end of the day, I don't really care. But here's a couple more if you want to watch them. Like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Don't usually ask that, but fuck, it'd be nice if you did. Cheers, cock.